Shabbat Shalom, everyone. How are you? Stephen is joining us again today, and we're going to talk about Passover. Is anyone else celebrating Passover this week? Oh, it's so fun, isn't it? So, Passover in Hebrew, do you know the word? Pesach, that's right. And what happened at Pesach, at Passover? Do you know, Stephen?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, the first thing that happened was, I'll read it to you from Exodus chapter 12, verse 12. Adonai says, "For I will go through the land of Egypt on that night and strike down every firstborn, both men and animals, and I will execute judgment against all the gods of Egypt. I am Adonai. The blood will be a sign for you on the houses where you are. When I see the blood, I will pass over you. So there will be no plague among you to destroy you when I strike the land of Egypt." So all the plagues were Adonai proving that he is the sovereign God. And all the gods in Egypt, they're not God. They're false gods. Do you know whose blood it was on the door?
Yeshua?
Well, the blood of the Lamb teaches us about Yeshua. That's right. So Yeshua is the Passover Lamb. He is the one who covers us by his blood so that we can stand before Adonai. But the lamb itself, there was an actual lamb that each family took a lamb and they slaughtered it and they poured the blood in a basin and then they dipped a bunch of hyssop. It's like a little green plant. They dipped it into the blood and they painted it across the top and down the sides of their door. And that's the blood that the angel of death looked for in Egypt. So it would pass over any house that was covered with the blood of the lamb and no one would die in that house. Yeah. So on our Seder plate, you can see right here, the shank bone from the lamb reminds us about that. And then, what else is on our Seder plate? We also have the egg, and the egg reminds us that the temple where the lambs were slaughtered was destroyed in 70 AD. And so we can't offer sacrifices today, but we remember the sacrifice that Yeshua made for us as the Passover lamb, right? And then, in the middle, let's see, we have the maror, the bitter herbs, and the karpas, which we usually use parsley for. We have some lettuce and some charoset. Well, these three things are very, very bitter. In fact, if I take a big bite of horseradish, it makes me cry. Have you had horseradish?
No, I don't think I would like it.
Oh, I don't think you would either. You don't like spicy things, do you?
No.
Did you guys ever take a big bite of horseradish? It makes me cry. It is so spicy. But do you know what the horseradish teaches us about?
No.
Well, it teaches us about how terrible slavery was in Egypt. And then when we take the charoset, that is super sweet. And that reminds us of the sweetness of our redemption. Do you know what redemption is?
I've heard that term before.
Yeah, that means being freed from slavery. So in Egypt, we were slaves to the Pharaoh, and when Adonai brought us out with his mighty right arm, who is also Yeshua, then we weren't slaves anymore. We were free. We were redeemed. Do you have any other questions about our Seder plate?
I think it's very good. I like it.
I like it too. Maybe next year we can celebrate it together.
That would be great. I can't wait.
Maybe next year in Jerusalem. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.